advantage you take from either a system or an institution to benefit yourself. It's tantamount to corruption. Having given that definition, the first thing we need to know is that you don't just jump out and say a nation is the most corrupt. What are your statistics? How did you gather the statistics? There is nowhere in the world where corruption is not prevalent. Let's get that right. Even the people that brought out that statistics, you will discover the rot in their own system. But because, people don't talk about it over there the way we talk about it, generally speaking, they will say, okay, yeah, Africa country is very corrupt. There is a systemic error. It might be, much higher in this climate, in this African nation. But everywhere in the world, I can tell you that systemic error gives room for people to take advantage, to enrich themselves or enrich their cronies or their friends or their family.
It's not true about the corruption index in Nigeria. Other countries, you see, we need to give credit and image to our own home country. If others are saying that Nigeria is bad, I have seen some of my friends who has gone out of the country, but today they have been calling me, they are regretting of leaving the country. So if the country is not good, why would they regret? Because they have tested the other country and they discovered that home is home.
My opinion on the statistics is overcorrect. Nigeria is very, very corrupt. Everywhere is corrupt now. I'm just coming from a ministry where somebody, a civil servant, would have to do his job. You need to pay him for doing his job. At the end of the month, he will collect his salary. So why will he do that when you're being paid at the end of the month? But you still collect money for services being rendered. For a service that you were employed to render. You still ask for payment before service or payment after service. It doesn't make sense.
According to the news that Nigeria is the 36th most corrupt country in the world, the question is, how do they arrive at that? What is their own definition of corruption per se to arrive at that? Because from experiences, we know that no countries operate perfectly. There is a different dimension, there is a different modus operandi. But coming across to say Nigeria is the most corrupt country, I think it needs to be corroborated with facts and reasons, which we need to substantiate this fact. What it says is that every nation I can come to understand has their own will, their own way of life. There are some places whereby they observe proper decorum at all times. There are some places whereby when you try to observe the convention, it may not work. You need to bend a little bit, whether a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, in order to make the ends meet.
But like I said, everything or anything you do for your own benefit, as against what is laid down in the system, is corruption. It's not only about monetary alone, even about using your influence to get people into work when they are not qualified. It's also corruption. So it is practiced everywhere in the world, but my own challenge is this. Why are they always speaking out the black nation? Where are their statistics to confirm this? That statistics in question should be challenged. And that is my own take, that we are not that corrupt. We have our own system. We have our own, cultural values that seems to enable people to do things, in favor of themselves. If I were to be in a position now, and my family or extended friends comes for one thing or the other, and I said no because there's a system in place, I'm most likely to face the wrath of my own community. They will say, oh, you have the opportunity to help your people, you did not help. But whichever way, they do it over there too. They use their own influence also to help their own families, help their friends, and help their cronies.